Our dogs have discovered the duck eggs. Ruby likes to bring us one every morning so that she can eat it out of her bowl. But we've also discovered that she's sneaking into the barn and getting them all day long now. So we need to figure out a plan to address that.
How is it?
We also have some mallard ducks that have been hanging out at our pond, and they seem to be getting along great with our pecans and our runner ducks, except for when Hank, our runner duck, tries to mate with the mallard female, and then Mr. Mallard does not like that. So a new problem we've been having is that our ducks think they can go to our neighbors' ponds and just swim all day and all night if they'd like to. So we have to march them back into our yard. First, we have to lure them out of the ponds, and that's just been a whole thing. We need to put up an electric fence, which we are working on, to keep them out of the neighbors' ponds. We have neighbors with ponds on either side of us, and I think our ducks are just like loving all the insects and things in their ponds. So that's not good. So the other day, after we marched our ducks back to our pond, and we're about to give Phil a flying lesson, because that's still a dream of Phil's. He really wants to fly. We noticed Ruby in the background while we were filming sneaking into the barn to go get eggs. So we caught it on video.
Oh, look who's just sneaking into the barn. I just noticed.
So we caught her sneaking into the barn, and let's see when she comes out if she has an egg in her mouth, like we think she will. Here she comes. Does she have an egg in her mouth? Oh yeah, I see it. She sure does.
Ruby, what do you got there? What do you got? What do you got for us? Can I put my hand down? Sure.
Ruru, come here. Can you drop it? Drop it, Ruru. Come here.
You got an egg there?
Come on, drop it.
Aww.
That's funny.
Since we've gotten the ducks, Ruby has developed a weight problem because she sneaks in the barn and eats their food, and now we realize she sneaks in the barn all day and eats their eggs. So we're going to have to pay closer attention to getting all the eggs out first thing in the morning and maybe putting their food up, because we leave the barn open for them all day so that they can go in and out as they please. Poor Ruby can't help herself. I mean, she's just always hungry. If it's there, she's going to eat it. So we're going to work on that. Leonard, on the other hand, he does not have much of an appetite. So his weight has been just fine, even though we've also caught him sneaking eggs out of the barn. Some of you may remember from a previous video, Lucy and Roberta and the ordeal that they're going through with Phil constantly attacking them. Well, this is Lucy, and she looks pretty bad here. She has a wound on her wing, so we gave her a little bath, and we sprayed a hydrogen peroxide water solution on some of her wounds and kept them clean, and she's doing a lot better now. We also have been keeping them in separate crates away from the rest of the ducks at night, and they really seem to like their crates. At nighttime, when we're bringing all the ducks in for the night, Roberta and Lucy just go straight in the side door to the barn, and they go right in their crates. The rest of the ducks all seem healthy and happy. They are loud and they're active. We think we have 2 male runner ducks. For a while we thought we only had 1, which would be Hank, but now we're thinking we have 2 because we see 2 that consistently seem to challenge Phil. So we got a camera installed in the barn so we can watch them at night and keep a closer eye. And we're trying to figure out what the power dynamic is going on here. If Phil is like being dethroned or if Phil will retain the throne. The runner ducks have also started laying eggs. So now we have even more eggs that we don't know what to do with. We could tell the runner ducks' eggs are slightly different color than the Pekin ducks. We have been working on Grandma's patio area, so she has a nice, pretty place to sit and watch the ducks eating their watermelon and peas that we give them. And we created some more flower beds and planting lots of flowers for Grandma, and it has become her favorite spot to have her morning coffee now that the weather is warm. And sometimes we even have lunch out there, so I'll keep you updated on how all that fills in because I think it's going to be really pretty. Our next project, once we're done with the flower beds, is to install a zip line for Pearl. So make sure you check in to our next video to see how the zip line turns out. And as always, thank you for watching. And if you like our videos, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe.